Hey guys, my name is Ryan, and we're back again with another Spirit Island video. Today, we're finishing up our playthrough series for Nature Incarnate. Over the past few weeks, I tried out all the new spirits and new aspects for every spirit to show a taste of what you can expect in this set. Some of them I've liked more than others, but I'll save my complete thoughts for a future video. Today, last but not least, we have Shroud of Silent Mist and its new aspect, Stranded. This aspect is fairly unique in that it claims to lower the complexity of the spirit. This is only the fourth aspect printed to do so, with Shadow's Reach, Fang's Unconstrained, and Bringer Violence being the others. These aspects are accessibility aspects. They preserve the core identity of the spirit while shaving away some of the more taxing and complicated issues with it. I do find it interesting that all of these accessibility aspects are for the four fear spirits, but let's dig into that some other day. Let's talk Shroud. Shroud is a very complex spirit to learn and play, and any misstep can be insanely punishing. I think it's quite telling that my Shroud guide is one of my most watched videos of all time on this channel. The spirit is just so inaccessible and challenging to play at all, never mind well that there's a large demand for the guide. So with that said, an accessibility aspect is exactly what the doctor ordered. So let's see what we get. It is Stranded, and it replaces the special rule Miss, Shift, and Flow. That is the one that says whenever you would target a land with a power, you can move a presence. And it says Miss Steadily Drift up to twice during the fast phase, and up to twice during the slow phase, push one of your presence. And then Stranded in the Shifting Mist, once each fast phase, isolate one of your lands. Cool, and that's it. So we still have the ability to move our presence, but now without this complicated geometric puzzle that Miss, Shift, and Flow presented to us, we just get a clean 2 presence moves in the fast, 2 in the slow. That's it. It's a lot easier and simpler to get your brain around, and that means it's just going to be able to play better because you're going to spend so much less labor focused on how do I play the spirit at all and more on what am I actually doing. As a nice little kicker, in addition to making our presence movement easier, we also get a free isolate every single turn. So it's less complex, and we even get a little buff. There's not much more to say, so let's just get right into a game. So we've managed to play against all the adversaries twice. I forced Russia this last game against Lur, or playing as Lur against Russia, and we haven't done any Habsburg for the aspects, so I'm going to force playing Habsburg this time around, and let's just get right to it. Got Habsburg 6 on board A. Cool. Just put that right there. They give you these 2 tokens so that you can remember your 2 moves a turn, but I'll just leave them there in case I need them. Okay, high wetland, high mountains, and starting off in the wetlands. All right. Cool. So against Habsburg specifically, I like to open up with Dissolving Vapors. For every other adversary, I like to play Fog Closes In and Flowing in Silent Forms. But against Habsburg, I just like to do Dissolving Vapors because there's going to be so many things here. If we did the other plan, we wouldn't do damage to all of them. So let's just do that. So we're going to gain a minor. Any non-fire card is good for us. This one has all 3 of our elements, cost 0. Scour the Land, though, lets us kill 3 towns and all explorers. So that's going to have 4 towns in this land. Ooh, it's going to have 4 towns in the land. Huh. A turn 1 Scour the Land? Is that the play? That's wild. Let's try it. I mean, like, this is the safe pick, right? But this one just seems crazy. So I want to try it, and it scales out throughout the rest of the game. So 1 for the non-fire. Gain. Let's go here. do a scour. Fast phase. So we get an isolate. I'm going to isolate here. And then I'm going to use one of my presence movements. And well, if I go no. I'm going to have my presence movement go this way, and that way I can make a sacred site, and then I have just presence just more accessible to different lands. That's range 2 away. If I go here, that's range 2 away. But if I go here, everything is range 2 from everything else. So maybe I'm just making this too complicated. We'll just go there. Event. Aw, man. Build. Gather. I'm choosing to gather this in, so that way now it's isolated and we can deny an explore no matter what comes up next. So exploring the jungles. Okay, scour the land, destroy 3 towns and all explorers, and add a blight. Time passes, no fear per turn. That's very interesting. Oh, sorry, I should have used my 2 movements to go here. Okay, so now this turn I'm thinking we're going to want to do an unnerving pall and defend this for 2, since we've already got that, you know, it's only going to be hitting for 2, so yeah, we can just defend it for 2. And then we're going to want to isolate this, because it will still deny and explore either way. So we're going to want to go here, going like so. Gain, and then let's start getting some damage. Something like this. Yeah. Okay, fast. 2 presence movements. Fear, defend 2. And let's isolate you. Okay, and then 2 explorers, push 1, doesn't do anything. Push a beast to adjacent land with no blight, and it deals damage there. Okay, sure, why not? Or actually, no, let's do the cool thing. Let's pick up that city damage. And then during Ravage, defend per Dahan. Strife in a land with blight. Okay, so we'll add the strife, and then it's going to immediately come off. So, whatever. Blight, kill a Dahan, build, and gather. Oh no, there it is. Exploring the mountains. Oh wait, ha. I guess actually no matter what terrain comes up, because it denies an explore to itself. But, okay, so we have 3 blights, so we take 1 Habsburg town. We'll go here, so we can still keep on denying this 6 from being active. Fog closes in. So I'll use my 2 presence movements for the turn to do this. Fog closes in. We'll push 2 to Han, and then we do a damage each to 2 different invaders. And then we'll use our left innate to do 1 damage to this town here. Okay, time passes. 3 fear and an energy. Okay. So now the question is, I could choose to go bot and then play these 2 cards. That would be the aggressive approach because we would be blighting. The more passive approach would be to do a reclaim here, and then we can defend this number 3. I could isolate this, so there would be no gathers at all for these guys. And I think that's a really good setup. So let's just do a reclaim, gain a minor. Gift of Power is really nice. Call to Guard is really nice. Maybe I kick these 2 to Han in, that in. It's only going to be an Explore town, so it's going to be hitting for 3. So that defend 3 would work real nice. between Call to Guard and Gift to Power. But I think the play is going to be Call to Guard. Okay, we get an extra energy for that. So to kick those 2 Dahan out, we know we need to play this Unnerving Pall. We won't be able to hit our 2 waters, so we'll have to play Fog Closes In on this land, which will allow us to kick these 2 Dahan over, and then we can Call to Guard next. Fear. Okay, does not participate. Isolate the 5. Event. Numinous Crisis, I always skip. Cultural Assimilation. A single Dahan adjacent to a city. There is none. Beast, deal 2 damage. Oops, let's unlock that. And then 2 Dahan and 2 buildings kill stuff. There is no targets. Add a strife to a different land with at least 2 invaders. So I guess we strife something here, and then it immediately comes off. Second strife for no value. Ravage. Build. Nothing to gather. Explore the jungles. Oops, that needs to have a damage on it. Okay, and we need to add a town for Habsburg. And so we can go here. But now I'm wondering if we did the right play. So now, so I do Fog Closes In, I'd kill this city. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. Whereas I could Fog Closes In here and then just kill this town. We could ISO it and then defend it for 1, and that just works the same, except I get more fear right now. And then I have 2 Dahan movements, or 2 presence movements still. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could jump this guy to either of these lands and start milking it for fear. So let's just go here and start doing that. Time passes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and an energy. Okay, so let's just go for the old bot. Let's just put them right in the middle. We can grow in any direction that we want. Gain. And we can start... Ooh, do I want to do a Scour the Land? A Scour the Land play. I kind of want to. So if we do a Scour the Land in this land, the only downside is that by doing this, we hit the 2nd tier of our left innate, but I don't know how big of a deal that is. By doing Scour the Land, we're guaranteed to go Blighted. But the way things are going, these are 2 very scary looking Ravages, so we might wind up going Blighted anyways. Also, it saves us an energy, which is worth something. To be aggressive or not to be aggressive? That is the question. It's going to get 2 towns and a gather. They all die. And then that just leaves just an explorer. Or no, so the explorer dies too. So it leaves with just a 1 health town. Fuck it, let's go. Okay, Call to Guard, defend, ISO, defend for 1. Event, add a town adjacent to a coastal town. Okay, bees kill explorers, we didn't add any. Add a Dahan to a land with Dahan, no blight, no disease. So we could go here to kill the town, or we could go here. And since we already saw the cultural ASIN, I want to try and keep milking that town for fear. Due to a town for a land with disease, there are none. Okay, Ravage. Build. Gathers. And explore the wetlands. All right, add a city to a land without city, and then add town to the lands with the fewest towns. Did not take that into consideration up here. Oh, I should have in the slow just kind of kicked those presents around, but it's okay. We're doing just fine. But now we can. So we'll do one movement here. We'll do our dissolving vapors. Fear. 1 damage to everything in the 3. Okay. And then we can, let's see. With just 1 damage, we can't kill any of these things, which means we can't fully defend it. But depending on what the blight card is, we might not even care about fully defending it. So let's just scour the land. Immediately 2 fear per player. Destroy a presence and lose an energy. Okay. Okay. And then we have our second movement still. We're going to move this presence in. And we have our left innate, which will deal a damage. I think we're going to kill this. We can isolate, bring a Dahan in to defend it. And then we can make some things not participate in Ravage over here so that we don't... Well, we can take a loss condition. The loss condition doesn't matter. We've only taken 0 loss conditions so far. Yeah, let's keep this party rolling. Okay, so you need to get locked. 1, 2, 3, 4. And an energy. Reclaim, gain a minor. Sky stretches, huh? Yeah, and letting this blight is fine. We'll immediately kill 2 towns. We'll be in a better control position. Sky Stretches is one of those cards that's just nice to have. Might bail you out of a situation. So we'll do that. So we can do a Call to Guard. And then let's just take the opportunity to do a bunch of damage. So we'll do like a Fog closes in. And we could do that. So we get the damage here. And the damage with the Fog closes in. Right, since that's a pretty central land. Okay, so we'll isolate you to avoid the Habsburg 6 damage. We'll bring you in for an extra defense. Gather you. I don't know. Let's just do 2 fear, and then I'll put these guys together as my second action, or as my second movement. So now if I have to sacrifice presence due to an event, we can sacrifice these presents. Event. Stage 2, we get the fortification. Beast deal 2 damage. Whoa, that's nice. Dahan to a mountain or sands with Dahan. Let's pair you guys up for future value. And we get a pile of fear cards. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. -4, only 5 damage, no loss condition. Nice, nice. Gather up to 2, the 1 damage if Dahan are present. we could just kill this town. So we could gather these two and then kill this town. So now it won't double build. Explore town to a coastal land, defend 2 in all coastal lands. I could gather this explorer into this coastal land. So now, now there's no builds and only gathers. Explore a town for land with 2 or fewer invaders. You just get rid of you. And then when this dies, this Sands can't explore. Psh, what a game. Alright, Ravage. 5, defend it for 2, so it's going to do a Blight. Over here, it is sufficiently defended. Dahan will kill it. Build in the wetlands. Oh yeah, this Blight coming down will kill these 2. And then that has 3 damage on it. So we could do gather this way, which will kill it. And then gather this way. Okay. Then explore the sands. No, I guess that doesn't block the sands. Oh well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No escalation. Then fortification. We have to build in a jungles or mountains. I'll just go there. Okay, slow phase. We got 2 movements, plus we got a whole lot of actions we can take. Huh. So I know I definitely need a presence in here, so I could do 1 movement and then like 2 movements. We could do fog closes in, and that would just do 1 damage there. And then we could do this. Maybe I just put a damage on that city, because we're probably just going to defend this, and then we're good for it. Right? If we hit this reclaim 1, we can just go bot, hit this call to guard, gather this Dahanan, defend it for 3, and we're off to the races. So we'll go there, there, and then kick these 2 Dahan over here. And we have 1 Dahan movement, so yeah, we can just do that. Time passes. Only 2 fear? Interesting. So no energy for me. Which is a problem. I want to do that reclaim play. I want to get that reclaim 1. Be at 2 energy. Maybe going for the unnerving Paul would have been better. Because then I could go like top track. Let's go for a minor. Mesmerize Tranquility is exactly the kind of card I want. Bam. And then we can add a presence here. Gain energy. So definitely Mesmerize Tranquility. That solves that land. And then what else do we even want? We could do like a Dissolving Vapors. Maybe we do a Scour the Land here. It's only going to have an Explorer town, that's it. Maybe I just do a Sky Stretches and Sky Stretch my freaking Innate just to kill that, because there's going to be nothing for it to gather in. That's so hokey. Sure, why not? That's so bizarre. And did I even add a presence for the turn? I must have. I think I was at 3 and I would need to go double bot. So yeah, I think being at 4 is fine. Like this water gives me no value at all. So let's go ISO, and that's the Mez. This one, if we ISO, it'll block this from going. Sky stretches, left innate, do a damage there. Which actually, wait a second, no. I do this one so I can push the Explorer into the isolated land where it does less damage. Yes, that way we have the damage available to us so we can try and get another Fear Farm. Invader phase. Destroy 2 presents, forget 2 powers, or lose a blight. We're going to sack these 2 presents, because with any luck, these lands will never come up for the rest of the game. Gain an energy. And Sands Mountains gets a disease. Let's go there. 1 damage and defend 3 in a land with Dahan. So we can kill that Explorer. Okay, because that's only going to hit for 1. And then it's going to counterattack to kill both. Nothing to build. And this is the only thing that can gather. Exploring the Sands Wetlands. Isolated. No source. Bam, bam. Alright, and then we'll do, let's do this Dissolving Vapors. Go kill. Kill. Damage, damage. I don't know if I've missed a lot of Dahan damage over the course of this game. Hopefully not. And then we'll do our innate damage right there. Time passes. 3 fear and an energy. Well, there's no reason for us to play Reclaim for any defense. Might as well just grow. So I'm kind of looking at doing something like this. Picking up that water and reclaiming something like that. I think that's the play. So let's go with these guys, and we'll go here and here. To fear. Right there. Let's go fear. Does not participate in ravage. Let's go isolate. Event, Terror level 2. Any earned fear card. Resolve it 1 terror level higher. So this is a terror level 3 card. Unfortunate, we're one... This becomes a terror level 3. Strifing land with presence. Each invader with presence deals damage to other invaders in its land. So we can put a strife here and use that to kill that city. So now the rest of these will resolve as terror level 3 cards. Then with Badlands or Beast. Nada. Push half the Dahan rounded down. So we get to push 1 Dahan. 2 health worth of invaders per presence there. So I guess we just get rid of you. Or, no, I just get rid of, no, like your strife, that's fine. There's 1 land. Yeah, let's get rid of you. I select 2 lands, and each of the lands, if buildings are present, skip build actions. Ooh. So let's go isolate, isolate. Ravage. Build. Nothing to gather. Explore the mountain jungle, so nothing explores. Slow phase. I can't actually use the scour because we'll just lose. So, this is a byproduct of things going kind of well. But alas, 1 damage and then 1 per adjacent. This is a 2 health city, so this will kill the city and win the game. And that is a terror level 3 victory using the new Shroud against Habsburg 6. So what do I think of this aspect? Stranded is the only way to play Shroud. There is no reason to ever go back to base. Why? Well, previously you would get one movement per action. Now we have 2 actions here and here, and then each card play can be an action. Okay, so up until this point in the game, we are at least breaking even. Now, it's also possible that we're still at an advantage here. Like we're either at an advantage or we're even, right? If we decide to underplay, like the classic turn 2 only play Unnerving Paul, doesn't trigger anything here, and so we get 1 movement and we leave 3 on the table relative to the aspect. But also, let's say that we have something like the Sky Stretches. This is not a land targeting power, which means that we don't get a movement. So if this is one of our 2 cards, we get only 3 actions, and right, we'd be better off with Stranded. So by the time that we get to these higher 3, 4, and 5 card plays is when we have less movement using this Shroud relative to base Shroud. But look at the game we just played. How much did I actually use all those movements? Like right here at the end of the game, when I played 3 cards, I had 5 actions, but I didn't use like any movements at all. Everything's already in its place. Like I could do that, I guess. Like that's about it. That's like the only thing that I can do to improve my position. One single movement. So by the time that we get to these higher numbers, we're already established and we already have our game plan going. I did play a multiplayer game with this guy earlier today, and it was funny where I had my setup going. I just took one little presence. I just like ran it across the island, and I was able to help out some other people with my. I had like a defend 3 card, the Carapace Land, and I was just like, oh yeah, I got that for you, no problem. My board was doing all right, and then I just like defended for someone else, and that's the kind of mobility that you wouldn't have with base Shroud, because I invested. A couple turns where I had nothing better to do. I just ran one little presence off to the side, hoping that maybe eventually a couple turns down the line it could be useful, and we found value for it. Obviously, the Isolate is fantastic. We just so happened to get Habsburg in the form of not getting Habsburg with anyone else up until this moment. Some of the adversaries don't really care about Isolation. It's just like a glorified Wilds. But against Habsburg, it helped us really get a lot more control over where the towns are and are not going. I felt pretty clever isolating this on turn 1, letting everything come in, and then all of a sudden we were denying actions right from the get-go. So, anyways, I'm very happy with Stranded. I'm never playing base again. Let me know what you think. Have a good day.